My fiancée, Sarah, 31 years old, is supposed to be marrying me, 33 years old, in 3 months. At least, that was the plan. Tonight, I'm the one sleeping on the couch in our Lincoln Park apartment, staring at the ceiling at 3 a.m. I'm replaying the fight, the words that were said, and wondering if I just self-destructed my entire future. It all came to a head over my grandfather's watch. But the real problem, as always, is Alex, Sarah's work husband.
Sarah and Alex are a legendary duo at their marketing firm, In the Loop. They've been attached to the hip for 4 years, finishing each other's sentences and meetings, grabbing late-night takeout from Big Star to power through deadlines, and texting at all hours about campaigns and clients. Sarah has always been dismissive of my concerns. She's like my brother, Liam, she'd insist. His girlfriend thinks it's funny. I tried my best to be the cool, understanding fiancé. I really did. I swallowed my pride and told myself I trusted her. The brother act felt less and less convincing over time. At our engagement party at the Gage downtown, Alex gave this long, emotional speech about being Sarah's other half at work, the one person who truly understands her drive. It felt less like a tribute and more like a territory marking. And then there's the key. He has a key to our apartment. Sarah's reasoning was purely practical. She lives 5 blocks away in Old Town. Our parents are way out in the suburbs. It just makes sense for emergencies. But every time I come home and wonder if he might just have been here, my stomach twists into a knot.
The wedding planning has been a nightmare. We chose the Stan Mansion in Logan Square because we both loved the vintage vibe, but from that moment on, it's felt less like our wedding and more like a group project. When Sarah nervously asked if Alex could be a bridesman, I felt that familiar sting of being sidelined. I imagined him standing up there on her side, a permanent fixture in our wedding photos. But I saw how much it meant to her, so I said yes. I told myself that marriage is about compromise. That compromise opened a floodgate. My phone started blowing up with texts from a group chat Sarah created with her maid of honor and Alex. Unsolicited opinions started pouring in. Alex sent links to DJs he thought had a better vibe. He sent a spreadsheet comparing pricing for caterers, even though we had already told him we were happily moving forward with Boca. Last week, I was having a beer with my best man at Haymarket Pub trying to decompress, and a text from Alex came through. It was a mock-up of our wedding invitation with a different font. "Hey guys, just a thought. This one feels a bit more modern and less stuffy. Hope you don't mind me spitballing." I had to physically restrain myself from throwing my phone against the wall. Now the watch. My grandfather was my hero. He passed away 2 years ago and left me his 1960s Omega Seamaster. It's a beautiful, understated watch, but to me, it's priceless. It's the watch he wore when he married my grandmother. It's my connection to him, to the man I've always looked up to. There was never any doubt in my mind that I would wear it on my wedding day. Sarah knew how much it meant to me.
2 nights ago, we were on the couch trying to finalize the guest list. I could tell Sarah was distracted. She kept picking at a loose thread on a cushion. "You okay?" I asked. She took a deep breath. "So, I was talking to Alex today about the wedding." A wave of exhaustion washed over me. I prepared for battle.
He brought up a good point," she started, looking at the TV instead of me. "We were talking about the timeline for the day, and your grandpa's watch came up." She paused, and I could feel my jaw clench. He thinks that since it's such an old, valuable piece, you probably shouldn't wear it at the reception. You know, with all the dancing and drinking. He suggested you could wear it for the ceremony and then swap it for something else, just to be safe. He said you'd be devastated if it got broken.
The silence in the room was deafening. I waited for her to crack a smile, to tell me it was a ridiculous joke. "You can't be serious," I finally said, my voice dangerously calm. Sarah shifted, getting defensive. "Liam, just think about it. It's a practical suggestion. Alex was just looking out for you, for us." "He was looking out for me?" I asked, my voice rising. "What does Alex know about my grandfather? What does my family's history have to do with him?" "That's not fair," she shot back, her own voice hardening. "He's my best friend. He cares about me, and he knows that anything that would hurt you would hurt me." "This isn't about you," I finally yelled, getting to my feet. "This is about my family, something he is not and never will be a part of."
The argument devolved from there. Years of resentment came pouring out of me. The key, the toast, the constant feeling that he was a third person in our relationship. I accused her of having an emotional affair, of putting his feelings before mine. She called me insecure and jealous, claiming she wouldn't have to lean on Alex so much if I were more involved in the planning. We both said awful, damaging things.
The next day, I couldn't stand being in the apartment. I went to Intelligentsia on Randolph Street to get some work done and try to think. And then I saw him, sitting at a table with his laptop, looking completely unbothered. A white-hot rage burned through me. Before I even knew what I was doing, I was standing over his table. "Alex," I said. His head shot up in surprise. "Hey, Liam, what's up, man?" he asked, starting to smile. I didn't let him finish. "Stay out of my life," I said, my voice low and shaking with anger. "Out of my relationship and out of my wedding. You have no business telling my fiancée what I should do with my family's property. You are overstepping."
Smile slid off his face. For a second, he looked genuinely confused. Then his eyes narrowed. "You have no idea what you're talking about," he said, his voice cold. "You want to know why I said that about the watch? Because Sarah came to me almost in tears, stressed out because she's terrified you'll have a few too many whiskeys at the reception and smash that watch against a table. She was too scared to even bring it up with you because she knew you'd react like this." I was speechless. "She talks to me because you're not listening," he continued, leaning forward. "You've been so checked out of this whole process. Do you even know what the flowers look like? She wanted your opinion on the menu from Boca for weeks, and you just said, 'Whatever you want is fine.' She is drowning in stress, and you're nowhere to be found. So yeah, I listen. That's what a friend does."
I walked out of that coffee shop feeling like I'd been punched in the gut. His words played on a loop in my head. I went straight home. Sarah was there, and I told her what Alex had said. The truth, as it turned out, was messy. She admitted she had been worried about the watch and confided in Alex. And she tearfully confessed that she felt completely alone in the wedding planning. She said, "I didn't want to nag you. It just felt easier to talk things through with Alex. He was excited about it. He was engaged." And that brings us to tonight. Sarah is furious that I confronted Alex. She said I was aggressive and that I embarrassed her. Alex has now told her he doesn't think he can be in the wedding party anymore. My best man says I did the right thing, that Alex has been a problem for years. My dad, however, thinks I went about it all wrong, that my fight was with Sarah,
And by attacking Alex, I just made things 10 times worse. So, Reddit. AITA.
I feel like I'm in a free fall. One minute I feel completely justified, and the next I hear Alex's voice accusing me of being a checked-out fiancé. I look at the closed bedroom door, and the woman I love feels like a stranger. Our wedding is supposed to be in 3 months, and I have no idea if we're even going to make it through the week. I don't know if I need to apologize or if I need to draw a final line in the sand. So Reddit, am I the a-hole?
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this Reddit story, drop a comment below and don't forget to subscribe for more wild Reddit stories like this one.